Hi friends, hey, I had a few minutes to do a video for you, and I just kind of do them when I can because, life, we're all so busy, aren't we? Us mothers, we're just going all the time. So I had some time and I wanted to quickly share with you, what's really helped me, and I really believe it'll help you too. And you don't have to go out and buy anything special. I always say, use what you have. But if you have an old binder laying around, I know if you're a mom, you must have binders laying around. Get yourself a binder and some paper. Now take notes, okay? So take notes if you have to go out back and get a binder, or you can use a notebook. What I have here is a binder with loose paper in it, and I also have these little tabs that I have. You can use Post-it notes, whatever you can use, and just kind of break it up into sections. And now with my oldest daughter being out on her own, I told her, oh man, we gotta set up a notebook for you because you need something to look back at, because we forget things. I forget things. So I wanted to just quickly share in a day in life of what I do, because we all need routines. Every single one of us need routines. I don't care if you need to have a little note to tell you to get dressed, whatever it is. And I'm just gonna break down this first page for you. Super easy, take notes. And my daily routine is broken up into the morning, midday, and evening. And if, depending if you're stay at home or if you work outside the home, just customize it to your life. I mean, I've had to redo mine. And you can just kind of like look at it at a glance and do it in different order. It does not have to be perfect. So, so I broke it up, and I'll see if I can pull this one out for you. So it looks like this. So the first part of this says to get up and get dressed. Like, go take your shower. For me, I take my shower in the morning. And just get ready for the day. Whether take a shower and put your makeup on, do your hair, all of that stuff. Get right to it. I know this past week I've been a little slack because I had the week off and I'm going back to work tomorrow. So I had the week off and I didn't do my shower right away. I kind of was a little bit lazy, but you know what? We all need a little rest. So yeah, that's the first part of the day, is to get dressed. And next part is to not let this one wait. I'm telling you, you think that this is not a big deal. It is a big deal, but make your bed. Make your bed every single day. And if you don't want to do these exactly in order, that's perfectly fine. But I'm going to encourage you to do it before you leave the house. So yeah, go ahead, get dressed, take your shower, make your bed, tidy up your bedroom and your bathroom. Those two areas, put things back when you get them out. Don't leave clothes on the floor. Hang your towel up. It does not sound like much, but I'm telling you, these little simple habits I'm going to encourage you to do will really change your life. They really will. And, same thing too. After you're done, taking care of your bedroom and your bathroom, you're going to go down and have coffee. If you're like me, I love my coffee. And then when you're done, having coffee and breakfast, keep up on those dishes. Load that dishwasher. Don't leave that kitchen a mess, because that's another part that will bring peace into your life. I talked about peace in, my last video. If you want peace in your life, you've got to keep up on the dishes, keeping your bed cleaned up. And I wrote down too is do one load of laundry a day. Now I know, like, if you are like my daughter who lives in an apartment, you can't always do laundry every day. So, just set a day or two aside and do your laundry, but make sure you don't let that pile up. So if you can't do your laundry every day, maybe set like maybe every, other day or every 3 days, something like that. But you want to keep up on that laundry. You don't want to spend your Saturday or your day off doing laundry. No, you don't. I don't want to do that. So don't let that pile up. Get to that laundry. And I have to feed my cat. I have to scoop the litter and give him food and all that stuff. So I have to feed pets, but that, just leave that out, of course, if that doesn't apply to you. Now, the middle of the day, for me, I'm not home. So I really can't do much during the day. So I used to be a stay-at-home mom, but I'm not anymore. So when I get home from work, what I do is, I just, make sure the shoe area is looking good, coats hung up, lunch boxes are put away, Don't leave things out. I've been trying to really get on our youngest daughter to, put your backpack away, hang it up, plug in your laptop at night. These little things, you're setting yourself up for success. It doesn't seem like much, but I'm telling you what, if you walk into a room and you have it all cleaned up, it's like, oh, it's so peaceful. It really is. But if you are home during the day, take 15 minutes to declutter. Take 15 minutes to, I did that when I was off this week. I did like 15 minutes a day. I didn't do spring cleaning like what you would think. I spent 15 minutes in one area and it really made a difference. That way I'm not wasting my life away cleaning. Who wants to do that? And then putting your laundry away. Same thing. Don't let that pile high. I'm still working on the laundry thing. I'm not good at that. So I'm a work in progress too, friends. And then in the evening, after dinner, clean up those dishes. And how's that saying go? Many hands make light work. Get everybody involved to help you. My husband tonight made our coffee for tomorrow. My son, he cleaned up the kitchen, got the dishes going. So yeah, it's just everyone pitching in. It's not meant for one person to do. And yeah, checking your calendar. What do we have going on tomorrow? Like with me, I have to go to work tomorrow. This week is a nice week because I don't have any running around. I told Savannah we're not doing any running this week. We're just doing fun stuff. So no running this week. But normally on a normal week, I check the calendar. Okay, tomorrow she would normally have youth group. So I would have that in mind. Like, okay, when I get home, we have to, eat and we have to make sure homework's done and then we can go. But just always looking at the calendar, appointments, making sure kids are on top of their homework, and signing school forms, checking the bags, checking that shoe area, and that's my evening routine. And picking up my clothes for the next day. Oh my goodness, that's a big one, because that way in the morning, you're not sitting there like, what am I going to wear? What am I going to wear? I don't do that anymore. Nope. My decision's made the night before. That way I wake up and it's like, it's all right there. And it just makes life so much easier. And I have it broken out too by the day, but you can, like I said, you can revamp this any way you want. Like Sunday night, I would normally, spend an hour, going around my house and cleaning things. I don't really do that anymore. I just kind of set like, okay, this day I'll do bathroom this week. And it can change. Like sometimes I do my bathroom cleaning on Sundays. Sometimes I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. I'll do it Thursday. Or I'll spend a day just going around the house and getting the trash. Usually Thursday or Friday night, not Friday nights, usually Thursday nights I'll go around the house and just kind of collect the trash in the different rooms and get that out of there. That way my Friday nights and my weekends are more free. And you have a day where you're doing your menu planning. That's Tuesdays. I'll usually look and say, okay, what are we gonna eat, for the week following, because you're always doing things a week ahead, okay? So that's what Tuesday is. It says plan a day. You do your menu planning. You're doing your days. Let's see here. And what I'll do too is I'll usually clean out my refrigerator right before I do my grocery shopping. So we do online grocery shopping. And ours usually will make it come either Fridays or Saturdays. You can always change this stuff, okay? Don't think you have to have everything set in stone because we're busy. Week to week, you can change it. If you want it to stay the same day, week after week, that's fine. Just do what works for you is what I say. So yeah, that's what I'll do. But I always try to make it a point to clean out that refrigerator before bringing new food in here, because otherwise you're going to have a big mess. And then I'll have a day too that's like a catch-up day. If you didn't get to something, we're human. Things happen, right? Just have a day. Maybe it's Wednesday. Wednesday's your catch-up day. You didn't get to do that bathroom. Okay, well, we'll just do that on catch-up day. So just give yourself grace. But you do want to stick with a plan and a routine, because that will, keep life, so much easier. Another thing too is that you want to do is always schedule in your fun. I've said that in the past. Schedule fun in. So this is not about, okay, we're gonna have a cleaning plan. No, this is about daily living. And you're making a day. Maybe it is Saturday. Saturday's your fun day with your family. Maybe you have a birthday party, so don't forget to buy that present for that birthday party. make sure, you're doing that even a week ahead. Like I'll look at the whole month. Okay, so when a new month comes along, I look and see, okay, like for us, for April, we had Easter. So I'm buying my ham and my sides weeks before Easter comes. Same thing, we have my mother-in-law's birthday in April. So we're already thinking, okay, we've got to get her birthday present. We got to plan her party. So just some things to look at when you're flipping that calendar. Okay, what do we have this month? What do we have to plan? That way you're not like how I used to be. You're getting a present right before the party and you're wrapping it in your car. I've done that. That's not fun, friend. Don't do that to yourself. So yeah, that's what I do on a daily, weekly. There's also a thing, if you want to get, more in detail, you can break your house down in zones and, do a little more deeper cleaning, and that it's not as bad as it sounds. It really isn't. It's just taking your house and you're saying, okay, like zone 1 would be like your entrance, your dining room, your front porch, and you're just going through and you're just kind of, deep cleaning, you're dusting, and you're getting under the areas you wouldn't normally get every day. So, and that's how I would break that up. That's the monthly zones right here. Hopefully you can see that okay. So zone 1, like I said, was the entrance, the dining, the front porch. And I don't do this perfectly, friends. I'm still working on me. And zone 2 is going to be kitchen. And kitchen's a big one. I still have back here a cabinet I need to go through. And you don't have to do it all in one day. Just 15 minutes at a time. I did that this past week. I spent 15 minutes in each room and just kind of went through. And zone 3 is going to be like your bathroom and your office, laundry room. Smaller rooms is going to be that zone, or that zone week 3. And hopefully you can see that. That's how I did it. Okay. And then week 4, like towards the end of the month, you're working on your master bedroom and your closet. So you're going to go through some clothes that don't fit or you don't like, and you're just going to clear that out of there. And the more and more that you do this, each month that goes by, it's going to get a little easier. There's not going to be as much to do and it won't take you as long. And week 5, like zone 5 is like, for me, I have 2 living rooms. So I'm going to do both living rooms. And then I just deep clean that. So yeah, and you're not, like I wrote myself a note here, spend 15 minutes each day just going through the zone. So it's not hard. It really isn't. So that's part of that. And why I have one big notebook here is because I have like Thanksgiving recipe, like my menus. I've had a menu I wrote down for Thanksgiving right here. And I also have Easter dinner menu in here. Sorry I skipped ahead a little bit too much. My apologies. I went too far. The breakdown of my weekly deep cleaning. So every week we change our sheets. So don't forget to change your sheets. You want to make sure you want to do this on a weekly basis. This is just going to help your house feel fresher and just cleaner. And yeah, these are the things this is weekly now. Changing your sheets, dusting, mopping and vacuuming, cleaning your mirrors and doors and windows, clean out for us our kitty litter box, and empty all trash bins. I talked about that before, about every Friday we'll go around and empty the trash cans, and then clean the toilet and the bathroom. So I'll show you that one too. You can take a screenshot of these two. Hopefully you're taking notes, so there we go. So that's what you're going to do in a week. So so I was going too far earlier. So not only do I have Thanksgiving and Easter in here, I also wrote down my family's favorite dinners. So if I'm doing my menu planning and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I don't know what to make this week. Well, I can go back in here to my little notebook and I can pull out anything in there that we like. So if you didn't see that, one was beef stroganoff, meatloaf, tacos, ravioli, shrimp Alfredo, quesadillas, spaghetti, Spanish rice, cheeseburgers, tater tot casserole, pulled pork. I mean, anything that you like, write it down. have everything in the notebook. I cannot stress that enough. It'll just make life so much easier. And, you know, just keep adding things here. I even have a master beach list. I'm not even kidding you. So whenever my friends and I, we want to go to the beach, I know exactly what I have to bring right here. I know it seems silly, but you know how many times we get to where we're going and we're like, oh man, I forgot my sunscreen. Oh man, I forgot to pack goggles, whatever it is. Nope, you're not going to forget that anymore, my friend, because you're going to have it written down right here. So that's part of it too. We even have a trip packing list. Everything you bring on your trip right here. So hopefully these little tips help. I'm sorry I'm talking so fast. I just got back from a run tonight and I have so much energy. It's just that time of the year, so yeah. Anyway, I wanted to show this to you because I know a lot of you are like how I used to be. You're just going through life flying by the seat of your pants, and I don't want that for you. So I hope these tips help. Let me know if you have questions in the comments. If there's anything that stood out to you, or if you want me to add anything, let me know. I will be glad to help you because, you know, it's not easy, but we can make it easier by simplifying. So I'm going to get off of here because it is that time of the night where I have to start getting things done. It's getting dark out already. My goodness. Anyway, I'll see you again in the next video. I hope that you find these helpful, and just wanted to share a piece of what's been helping me out. So I'll see you again later, friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. And remember, God loves you. And if you made it to the very end, I want to show you one more thing. So thank you for staying with me the whole time, because I have one little thing that really changed too. So let me show you the calendar. You can get them on Amazon, and they're really inexpensive and they'll really help, you know, keep everything in place. And that is where I write all of what we're going to eat for the week. So let me show you that. So this is our calendar. This is what nothing extravagant, nothing fancy, just what we're doing. And I only do it by the week now. I don't go crazy. So that's what it looks like right on my fridge. So there it is, you know, nothing fancy, just something to have it so you see what you're eating, so your family knows what's for dinner, and you don't have to go crazy. Just a place to have your meals, and that's what I do. And I just wanted to show you what's helped me, because if it helps me, I know it can help you too. So thanks for staying for the very end, and I'll say it once more because you need reminded, I need reminded that God loves you. See you later.